How you doing, Cali Crowd? So it is the end of 2023. I cannot believe this year has gone this quickly, actually. And what I typically do at the end of every year is I go through all of the highlights of the year, particularly when it comes to training. And one highlight this year actually has nothing to do with training, and it's that we got a cat, which is absolutely crazy, but absolutely beautiful. And actually, that begs a little bit of a question. I know the calisthenics community skews a little bit more towards dogs from what I've seen. But what do you prefer, cats or dogs, if you had to choose one? I personally have to be a cat person because I walk a lot already and I cannot be picking up poo. On another side note, I bought myself a dream machine. It's supposed to actually help us do high-end calisthenics skills, work as a set of counterbalancing pulleys to allow us to do things like planches and iron crosses and whatnot. I figured I'd try it out, do a review on it, so look out for that on the channel coming soon. Anyway, as a reminder, my goals this year were to learn how to handstand push-up, learn the front lever, and to actually work on the middle splits. In that order then, the handstand push-up I completed in April. 3 consecutive reps was the target, and I was actually surprised at how I managed to get those. They still need a little bit of cleaning up, and I think my back arch is a little bit more than I would like, but I never dreamed that I'd be the sort of person who could do freestanding handstand push-ups. On the front lever, the goal is coming along a little bit less well than I would like, but especially since incorporating incline straddle holds, I really feel it's just a matter of time. I think as I start to chase after these high-end targets, I need to think less of them as goals with very time-specific endpoint. For example, I want to learn how to handstand by August, so instead of that, have a more systems approach to my targets. So, as an example, I want to be the sort of person who practices hand balancing every day, even the parts that I don't particularly enjoy. And the reason for this is that often the time target of these goals is well out of my control. My lats certainly won't care that it's the end of 2023 and I still can't front lever. But that isn't to say I won't keep these updates going. I think it's still very important that you reflect on your training and take a look at what worked and what didn't, especially when it comes to the end of the year, which is just a really good time to reflect anyway. And I've tried to sidestep it, but I can't sidestep it anymore. When it comes to the middle splits, this is just something where I've just made zero progress. And the truth of the matter is, it's because I haven't prioritized it. It's just, if I'm being completely honest. It's a very crap excuse, I know, but I don't really have any others. I just haven't had the time to work on the middle splits with life. What I will say though is that I will be doubling down on it in 2024. I promise you. That is my commitment to this channel. I can't back out now because I've made that commitment. But rather than listening to my excuses for another couple of minutes, let's dive straight into the training session. So jumping straight into the session, I'm actually in the hypertrophy training phase at the moment, working on that 8 to 12 rep range. But I started today with the incline straddle holds that I was talking about when it comes to the front lever. These are truly an amazing front lever progression, especially for understanding what's going on at the shoulder and the hips in a way that I just don't think tuck variations or definitely single leg variations even give us that feeling. Something I'm definitely going to continue going on with. And I just love that this was actually something that came as a recommendation through a comment on this channel. This was followed by some L rows. Horizontal rowing is always going to be really key for building up pulling strength. The L rows do this in a way that is extremely applicable to the front lever as well. And then moving into some pull-ups, I just have a lightweight here, 10 kilos. And the goal with these is just to pull with really explosive intent. I think this is the exercise that was absolutely key to cleaning up my muscle up this year. So I'll continue to do it just in order to build up the capacity of my pull-ups really. We then have some knee raises on stall bars. It's very rare that I get access to stall bars. Stall bars are absolutely amazing for keeping you honest. If any of you have ever watched my videos on how to make sure that we feel the core when it comes to hanging leg raises, that stability aspect is absolutely key to bringing your knees up, holding that contraction, making sure that we're flexing the spine. And stall bars do this all for us, and if you ever want to get that deep contraction, particularly for working on your pike mobility, stall bars are amazing for it. So whenever I have access to stall bars, I definitely use them. And this was actually a shorter session. You might hear it in my voice, I'm a little bit nasally, I'm coming off a cold. And I wrapped up the session actually with some ski machines. The goal here is to essentially work pulling for speed. And if you use this and you try and replicate that pull-up pattern, the burn on the lats is actually insane. What I actually do is I set a timer for 20 seconds, and I just pull as fast as I can, as many times as I can, and I really just try and absolutely go for it as a finisher. I've loved these so much. The size of my lats has certainly increased. They just feel bigger, and that is the training session wrapped up. And crowd, that wraps up 2023, where the goals I'm going to be sticking with are really the front lever and middle splits. I think I'm not going to reintroduce anything else because I know the middle splits will probably be something that is discounted if I do reintroduce something else. So I'm just going to maintain my pushing level at the moment. But crowd, I want to know what skills you guys are working on. You guys are the fuel that keeps this channel going. Let me know down in the comment section below what skills you guys are working on, what strength goals you guys are working on. Let me know and share them out. And crowd, I hope you have a great new year. Peace.